In the Ganesh Mahapuran, mention is made in the very beginning of the text of how the divine goddess Adi Shakti, the mother of the entire creation, she became upset, she became angry. Our dharma, our religion, the religion that we practice, our religion says that when our lady folk becomes upset and angry, all is lost. When our women folk, they are unhappy, then all is lost. Trouble and chaos will befall us. In your very homes, when your mothers and sisters, they become upset, what happens? What predicament are you placed into? So too, the divine goddess is upset, she's angry. And why is she angry? She's angry because Lord Shiva, who is her consort, has beheaded her son. And so the goddess becoming very upset, becoming very angry, the mother goddess says to Lord Shiva, the only thing that will bring shanti, that will bring peace, that will bring calm again, is you must promise to bring back life to my son. Lord Shiva, he summons the Ganas and he sends them. Go in any direction that you can and bring the head of any animal or any human that you can find and let us place it and let us bring back life into the son of Parvati. But as they go, the only animal they will find is an elephant. But not just find an elephant, or just not find an animal, or not just find a head. Find that child whose mother is sleeping with her back towards it and bring the head of that child. Whether how bad the world deems your child to be, a mother could never see the badness in her child. Do you know that? Actually, there's some mothers, they're blindfolded to how bad and crooked their children are. They will never accept that my child is not wrong. They will never accept that my child is not perfect. They will never accept that. And until you accept that, then and only then, change will come. Then and only then, a solution to your problems will come. Then and only then. Bringing the head of the elephant, they place it on the body of the child. And doing the pratishtaha, they invoke life into that entity. They name him Ganesha. He is the control of the Ganas. Mother Parvati, seeing this, she becomes even more mad. Have you ever tried to help somebody and in the interim, while you're trying to help them, they get vexed with you? Maybe because they're not patient enough. Maybe you're not doing what they expect you to do as fast enough. And so Mata Parvati, she becomes upset. Everybody will laugh at my son when they see him with the elephant head. Do you know? We live in a very judgmental world, and it is so very easy for us and for others to laugh. Have you ever laughed at somebody before? Hello? Have you ever laughed at somebody before? Have you ever been laughed at before? He who laughs last. Maybe in the past I would have laughed at others. Now I sympathize and now because I've recognized what has happened to others could happen to us. I've recognized that what others they are suffering, I could suffer. And the beings close to me could suffer. And so because of that, my approach to that has changed. Mother Parvati, becoming angry, becoming upset, her anger could be felt. Her anger could be felt. How do you know somebody is angry? Can you see anger? Can you see anger? You could see anger. Somebody looks at you with anger in their eyes. Have you ever seen an angry eye before? But more than being able to see anger, you can feel anger. Can you know when somebody is vexed? By their actions and their reactions and the way they slam and pelt and move and stamp and so all devatas and all devis, knowing that the divine goddess is upset, they make their way to that place. And they begin to shower blessings upon this child, this elephant-headed child. You would now be Pratama Pooj, the first to be worshipped. You'll be the remover of all obstacles. You'll be the grantor of success. And they begin to bless him with different powers. How powerful are you? How powerful are you? How powerful are you? How powerful are you? As powerful as I am. Well, I want to tell you, change that. I'm only as powerful as God permits me to be. I'm only successful as God permits me to be. I'm only happy as I allow myself to be. Do you believe that? The Mother God is now hearing that her son will be blessed with all of these powers. She accepts this. But now she holds on to her little son. And she doesn't want to set him free. She does not want him out of her eyesight. And she doesn't want him to be apart or away from her. When she got the new bunny, the rabbit, she wanted to see the rabbit whole day and whole night. Until the rabbit just became something else. And then I see it when, ever, however, if ever. I feed it if I can. Somebody else will feed it. In the beginning, it is a joy. And then during, it becomes a burden. During, it becomes penance. Ask me, I have 3 dogs from having none. In the beginning, kuchi kuchi ko. Afterwards, where did you come from? Tonight, the Mother Goddess holds her son on her lap. Have you ever sat on the lap of your mother? Have you ever experienced sitting on the lap of your mother? If you know anything about me, you would know that even the mothers of the group, sometimes I'll just go playfully and sit on their lap. Even the mothers of the group. Very respectfully, I will go and I will sit. The love or the comfort that you feel from mother is a love and a comfort that no word could describe. There is no word that could describe that. And so tonight, Ganesha sits on his mother's lap. And sitting there, what will happen? Listen, it tells us. He's inquisitive, he wants to know something. He's asking a question. Can you remember when the children were asking questions to you? When they were small? Over and over and over and over and over and over, and you'll answer all the time. Can you remember now when you're calling your children, you wonder if they were born with ears? Because they appear as though they're deaf and they can't hear. You're screaming and calling them and no reply will come. They're very selective and convenient. Lord Ganesh, he looks at his mother and he says, Mata, I know I have a sister. Tell me about her. I want to know about her. Tell me. She says at one time, overwhelmed as it were, I needed some time alone, some quiet time. And so I wandered off from Mount Kailash. I wandered off. And so wandering off, I made my way a safe distance away. And so I sat under a tree. But this was a very lonesome tree. This tree stood by itself in the middle of nowhere with nothing around it. Listen to the description. This tree stood in the middle of nowhere with nothing around it. Imagine you are standing in the middle of nowhere with nobody around you. What will that experience be like? I often wonder what the experience of death is like. I often wonder what the experience of the cremation is like for the body that is being cremated. I've had the privilege of officiating at countless cremations. But anytime I go to the cremation site and there is one cremation, I wonder what is that lonesome experience going to be like. Because we love you. We want to do all that we can do for you. But the furthest we can reach you is to the cremation. And after that, after the ceremony is done, you're left alone. Up on the hill, you're left alone. Actually, in 2021, they didn't get to light you up good and the police chase you away. Actually, in 2021, I don't know what logic they have used in planning how they will do the cremations on the cremation site. And I don't know what the corporations have done when they were planning and thinking. Because they have placed police officers on the cremation site that knows nothing about our tradition, that knows nothing about our religion, that do not even belong to. And then, when you go up on the cremation site, they chase you away and they abuse you and they tell you the worst of things. You're already in grief. You have lost somebody close and near to you. And the most that you can do at that time is put them away with dignity, with pride. And I'm hoping that the right people will hear this. Because I was just waiting on the opportunity when I could voice this. Because you're abused and chased away, leaving the people that you love behind. Leaving the people that you have a connection to behind, alone. Mother Parvati is sitting by this tree, in the middle of nowhere, by this lonesome tree. Mother Parvati sat there. And so leaning against the tree for a while. The trunk of the tree was so hard that she turned around and looking at the tree, she and the tree alone, she started having a conversation with the tree. Have you ever spoke to the tree before, the plant? Have you ever spoken to the animals before? What if you talk to the dog and the dog answer you? What will happen? What if the rabbit answer you? What do you do? What if the bird tells you something? What will you do? When I go to his home, the parrot talks to me. He says, you get the parrot to talk? It says, talking, having a conversation with the tree, no reply came. The tree did not reply. There was no reply to come from the tree. And so having no reply, what will happen? Mata Parvati is saying, she says now, I felt a sense of relief and I felt a sense of comfort just being able to talk to something or somebody. Who can we really tell our problems to? Who can we really call a friend to genuinely say, well, I have a problem? Who can we? People listen to the problems. Do you know why? To make a mockery of us, People listen to our problems to laugh and to judge us. Do you know that? And so, she felt a sense of comfort and a sense of relief. But what will happen? After talking to the tree, she was about to leave and go back. A gush of wind came out of nowhere. And so this gush of wind forced this tree to bend, as though this tree was trying to bow to the feet of the goddess before she left, to take the darshan of the goddess. Have you ever seen the wind blowing the tree and you get frightened? A few weeks ago, we experienced some turbulent weather in the night time. Did you all experience that? What was that experience like? I was hoping that the roof will not blow off. I was praying that nothing untoward will happen to the home of any person who is close to me. Or for that matter, for anybody. And immediately I started to pray. I rushed outside and I brought the dog inside because I was afraid of even what will happen to the animal. I did not even know if the rain will come, or if it will have a storm, or what is happening. And so I became very scared, very frightened. The tree was as though it was bowing to the divine goddess. And so the Devi, seeing this, she recognized the purity in this tree. And so the Devi lifted her hand. And so using her power, using her drishti, out of this tree, it manifested into a beautiful little girl. The mother goddess, recognizing this little girl coming out of the tree, all that she could grasp at is the beauty of the little girl. The beauty of the little girl. when the children, they're babies, there is a certain amount of cuteness that goes with that word baby. True or not? There is a certain amount of purity that goes with that word baby. True or not? There is a certain amount of tolerance that goes with that. Actually, there is a lot of tolerance that goes with that word baby. Isn't it? And then the children grow up. And then I don't know what happens. They become rude. They become disrespectful. They become attitudinalistical, if that is a word. Then they think they could tell anybody anything anyhow. They could do anybody anything anyhow. And so disrespectful, totally disrespectful. The mother goddess, seeing this little girl, the mother goddess, she grabbed hold of one thing, the beauty of the child. And so she named the child based on this. She named the child based on this. She named the child after the tree from which she came and the beauty that she possessed. From the tree from which she came and the beauty that she possessed. And so she named this child. What name will be given to the child? She named her Ashok Sundari. Ashok Sundari. This is the name that is given. Ashok because she comes from that tree, the Ashoka tree. And Sundari because she is beautiful. Ashok Sundari. And so giving her this name, Lord Ganesh is now asking, having this beautiful name and now having this beautiful existence, tell me, what do you consider to be the most remarkable thing that she has done since she exists? What is the most remarkable thing you have done with your existence while you're existing? What is the most amazing thing you have done? Not for somebody else, not for something else, but for yourself. What have you done? What is the most amazing thing you have done for yourself? Hello? Are you all asleep? Papa? What's the most amazing thing you have done for yourself? What have you done? Think about yourself. What is the most, which wife could say the most amazing thing I've done for myself is get married to my husband? Oh God. Which husband will say the most amazing thing I've done is I found my wife? Narayan, Narayan. But you have not done that for yourself. When you think of self, do not think of physical self. When you think of self, do not think of something that is physical. Because when we die, we take nothing physical with us. Absolutely nothing physical is going to accompany us. What have you done for yourself to prepare yourself for when the end will come? And a new beginning might come. Might. The God of Friend says a new beginning will come. Mother Parvati says the most amazing thing she has done is that at that moment when your head was severed by your father, she came to me very quickly, frightened, and she said to me, something is happening, something is happening. You must come at once and you must see for yourself, I can't tell you. And she brought the news of what had happened to you, to me. A good child doesn't carry news, you know. A good child tells about the things that they think will cause distress and pain and calamity, not only to the person but to the entire family. A good brother and a good sister will tell. There's some brothers and sisters that keep the secrets real good, you know. You all know? Nothing happens. You don't even know if they talk to each other. They're so secretive. Mother Parvati says this is the most amazing thing she has done. She came to me. And Lord Ganesh says, where was she? How did she see this? And Mother Parvati says she was hiding behind a mountain. behind a hill of sand. Sand, it appeared to be like sand. And so nobody noticed. But in reality, it was salt, a rock of salt. And hiding behind this rock of salt, it says she stood there and she witnessed the entire epic. And so she told me. Then what does she do? She brings calm, peace, and collect. That's what she does. Science has proven, and in the Ayurvedic world, they say that if you put the rock salt on your or around in the home, now we have started having this rock salt candle. Have you all ever seen it before? And we put it on the bedside cabinet by the bed head because it brings calm. That is what it does. It brings calm. It promotes calmness. That's the reason why. It's not an ornament to put here, there, and everywhere, and then when we get fed up of it, throw it away. Actually, it's very expensive. And it appears to be just like a mountain-like shape. That's how it is made. And so, Mother Parvati is telling Lord Ganesh. She says she brings flavor and savoriness into everything. Eat something without salt and how it tastes. Eat the same thing with salt, how will it taste? And so Lord Ganesh hearing this, Lord Ganesh immediately, he comes off from the lap of his mother and he rushes to his sister and he hugs her and he gives her a kiss. When is the last time you gave your sister a kiss? When is the last time? When is the last time you hugged your brother? And you said to him, maybe if you are ashamed to say I love you, when is the last time you said, God bless you? God bless you. Baba, you know my brother now. Well, you should know him real good because you know him from birth. You don't know how he does behave now. Well, you know exactly how to approach him and exactly what to say. And if you have something to tell him and you know his reaction will be rotten, tell him quick and just hang up the phone. There is an end button. You don't have to listen to the reply. You just make sure that what you are saying is heard. That's how I communicate with my brother. Anytime I think that he'll get upset, I just say what I have to say, and before he says anything, I blow on the phone. Bad connection. Bye. He is shockingly, he's looking on tonight. I'm going to get in trouble in telling what I do, but it is the truth. The mother goddess Parvati telling the katha to Lord Ganesh. Lord Ganesh goes immediately and he hugs his sister. It is important for us to learn. It is important for us to know. It is important for us to acknowledge that love and peace begins at home with your family first. Charity begins at, I can't hear you. Charity begins at home first. Home first. Help your nieces, help your nephew, help your brothers, help your sisters. Charity begins at home first before anywhere else. That's the greatest charity that you can perform. To make sure that the people around you, they're happy and they're comfortable. And so, the mother goddess Parvati, she tells of how her daughter got the name Ashok Sundari. The Ashoka tree, Shok means sorrow. Ashok means to ward away sorrow. That's why many people plant the Ashoka tree around their home. That's why Sita Devi sat in the Ashok grove. She in Lanka, she went in the Ashok grove, and that's where she stood. Because she knew that once she sat under this tree, all her sorrow will be taken away. The sorrow of her separation, the pain of her separation will be taken away. What does the Ashoka tree look like? I don't know. I have no clue. I'm not even sure if that tall tree that we say is the Ashoka tree is really the Ashoka tree. I don't know. What does the Ashoka tree look like? I don't know. And I'm telling you genuinely. But I want to tell you this evening, if by having that tree, It will take away your unhappiness. Then think about that as being a tree. And then think about Lord Ganesh as being God, as being Bhagwan. What can He do? What will He do for us? Once we go genuinely to Him, He will make the impossible possible. For He is the God of success. Gajanan Swami ki Jai.